Hello everyone. So I have a big pile of stuff that I've sewn recently, and I just wanted to go through them. Some of them are old magazine paper that I was having fun with a couple weeks ago with you. Collaged paper, some of our pockets that fold out, pockets that I made out of fabric, old quilts, stuff that was left over. Just randoms basically. Collaged journaling card or pocket or tuck or something. A lot of, again, just pieces of quilt. Different pictures here from magazine paper. And I used old book page and then covered the old book page. Lots of these. More collage, lots of collage, and lots of these pockets. This was just a quick show and tell of these before I put them away. And then I was watching some of the paper inspiration series of using up your an entire page of whatchamacallit. Sorry, I'm throwing blanks. An entire page of a 12 by 12 paper. So this was one of the things that I came up with, or that she had come up with. Our tucks here. I decided to do one of them pieces like the 12 by 12, but not the 12 by 12, with some dyed lined paper. What is it, honey? I love you too. Now, these are old book pages that I just sewed around. They can become pockets, is more than likely what they're going to end up being. So, like if this was a page, it'd end up being a cute pocket right at the end corners. So that was the plan for them. Now, these are the pages that we did together, and I just sewn around them. Just wanted to show them off, how they turned out. I like the stitching around it, so that's why I sewed. And I did show you the non-stitch version, so. And I made little hearts out of old pot holders that were falling apart and everything. So, what? There's nothing. Silly. And these are some book covers that are made out of an old shirt in envelopes. The large 9 by 12 envelopes. Now I have these left, some leftover fabric hanging out, so I figured maybe we could come up with some things to make out of these. Oh, and this was my design team project that I just got done with, which is a surprise for someone, so I gotta keep my mouth shut about it. Now, I know these do say some naughty words on them, but it isn't going to matter much when I'm done with what I'm doing. I like using old paper book page to do this just because. And then we're going to take it and glue. All the way around. Mommy is doing a video. Can you guys please stop?
I'm gonna watch you.
You're gonna watch me? Awesome. I need my blue scissors from on the couch. Can you get them for me, please? My plan is to get the make little tags or big tags.
And you can't trust those. They're like fixes. Mommy, I want to.
And I will be using my scraps from this to make more stuff.
Get that for you. Because Mama didn't.
Rosie, you need to stop. These scissors are very sharp. That's why Sissy did it.
Because I don't want.
Because she's being protective over you.
Because I don't want you to be hurt. But I got bandages right here. Them are not bandages. Them are bracelets. No, see this. I'm a I'm coloring. Yeah, I know that. Cause where's band-aids? No.
And some are big and some are small.
Hi, Mommy. These is band-aids.
What?
These.
Yes, them are your pretend band-aids.
So yeah.
We know.
And cats band-aids down. Yep. I want
Where did I stick my...
one.
Okay, please stop.
This is a cat's band-aid. Okay? That's not cat.
I am looking for my one card and I am not finding it. I know I had it up here. This is one of them things that keeps on happening. All right, we got it now.
Come on, I'm going to put this on you. There you go.
So again, it's a good way to use this up. Or use what we have up. Is what I should say. Now these are rather plain on their own, so that one I'm not gonna back, but that one I am gonna have to back. These ones are already backed. So I'm making a pile of ones that are going to be backed and a pile of ones that need to be backed. Yes, Bella.
I want you.
You're driving me crazy is what you're doing.
But Mama.
And you can grab stuff like this. To make long skinny tags. Or journaling card or pockets. So we got one going. Here we go. We'll get another one going. Nope, you're not supposed to eat on Mama's desk. And yes, I'm using Fabri-Tac just to make sure it's done the way I want it to be. And to make sure it's holding nice and strong. This one I think is going to be a tag instead of a pocket looking thing. Actually, how about we just make it into a pocket so then they match. And if these are going to be pockets, they don't need the backing. There's no point in wasting stuff we already have.
Mommy, I want another one too.
No. Rosie, you already got one today.
Come on, though.
You can have water.
So that guy there can do so much. So I'm gonna move that over just because.
Gotta love allergy season. Just saying. Okay, Bella, can you go play now?
No.
Well, watching me cut things up is not going to help you any. And after Wednesday, you'll get to watch me do this all the time, so relax.
Tomorrow's Thursday, Mama. Mommy, tomorrow's Thursday.
No, tomorrow is not Thursday. Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yep.
I knew it. I knew it. It's not Tuesday today. I knew it. It's not
This would be perfect size for pockets, so that's my plan, is to make these into pockets. But straighten that out a bit. Alright, there we go. Again, this is a great way to use up what you already have. If you fold up your journaling cards and don't know what you're going to be doing with them, and then you just cut it to where you want it. And I figure since I made all the rest of them pockets, Let's make this one into a long-ish tag. Make it into a tag, why not? That needs to be backed. I want this white off it, so cut that off.
Now when you're doing that, then I can do that. See what I do. And then mine. Come on. You jump it out of there. 'Cause
And again, right now this is how I'm doing it.
no, jump it out
It don't necessarily need to be done this way. I just personally
Hey! Mommy, you're doing a pause here.
what?
You're doing a pause.
Oh, you're doing a project too now?
You're cuddling. You're cuddling. You. But Mommy's doing a project.
Okay.
And me doing a project too with cuddling.
You think so?
Cuddling is important.
Coloring is a project, Bella. Just because it isn't a project you like to do
Mommy,
doesn't mean it isn't a project.
Yeah, Bunny's nice.
Cool.
Because
That piece I'm going to save. Where did I put them pieces though? Right there. I think this fabric is so pretty. I don't want to waste any of it. And you can even do this when you make your banners. You can go off and make them. Up with the fabric. So I mean, this is a great way to utilize your fabric. And again, I'm even keeping the itty bitties just because I love this fabric. Again,
I messed that up. Mommy.
it's like this fabric. I love the fabric.
You don't even mess it up. Okay, can I help with my boob? Yeah.
See? Just a wonderful way of using fabric to your advantage. I mean, if you were a prior quilter or something like that, you may have a lot of these pieces that you just don't know what to do with. So
there. Now tell me how it shakes. I think I need to do the pop. What? Because it's for the what? Don't know what.
again, this is just a great way to use up
No, Pete.
fabric scraps.
No, can we?
If you're making journal covers and you've used up all your pieces, or you have pieces left like this, just small little bits that you just want to use. Now, with this, you could easily glue them together and make a pretty
Take this off.
3
This is
banner
the-
piece.
Look it.
But honestly, I think I'm going to leave these banners alone. I think they look pretty the way they are and by themselves. Maybe do these two together.
That.
Maybe.
The stickers can be on it because of pictures.
I don't know. I don't really feel like them two go together. These two do,
Where's the picture?
definitely.
Where's the bunny picture?
But I like that butterfly too much and I don't want it covered. And same as this postage stamp. So I'll probably keep them plain. And so around them.
I'm gonna do the back one too.
I just don't like that fuzz that was happening there. And this is 2 more tags here. And they'll, of course, need to be backed with some dyed papers. And if you ever want to know how I dye my papers, it's always, most of the time, right now, well, at least always during the winter months, I lay down baking parchment paper that I get from the dollar store. And I use my stencils, just lay them across as I add papers onto it. And it creates some pretty interesting looking stuff and patterns to it. I also go off and use these make cute little pockets here. So
Mom, can you also use a case of scissors?
no, no scissors. So that's what I'm basically doing, just gluing and using these up. And I use the old paper just because it adds strength, because fabric obviously is very movable, and this just gives it some sturdy. And again, it don't really matter what kind of papers are in the back of it, because you're using your papers up. That's the point.
This is mine.
So, here we go.
This is mine, Rosie.
And again, this is just a great way to use them papers and your old fabric stash. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Questions are always welcome. I'm just going to finish the rest of this on video. It may get tedious and boring for you. My apologies, but you can craft with me, of course. And here's your chance to craft with me. This is more like a mass make, but it's always a good idea to have mass makes once in a while. That's how you get tons of pockets and tags and all that jazz. Now this one I'm just going to cut in half, and it's going to become a pocket. Little pockets. Since I made tags out of the other ones, we're just going to make pockets out of these ones. And we might decorate them. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with them yet when it comes down to that, but I do know what I'm doing with them right now. Deciding if they're pockets or tags. Because again, it's a great idea to just use up what we already have. See, this happens when the fabric bends on you when you're cutting. You can just cut them mistakes away
Mommy, did you see
when you're done.
Mommy rabbit with a float? Mommy, look at my bunny.
Cool. Can I show it? This is what Rosie was doing while we were doing our video. Can I show them what Bella was doing?
I want to whip him.
Bella's ripping with recyclables.
For me. For me.
For you?
For me.
I hope not.
For her and for me. Because they colored it a little bit. I colored mine.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm looking at them. Because mine. Nobody knows it. I'm looking over to you. Not you. Hey.
There.
I want it. Because.
Made 4 out of that one. Now this is an oblong, weird piece, which is fine. Again, I'm just gonna keep on gluing pieces on and using them. It's like a fleece color.
I'm gonna use a step. Oh yeah, I need socks. You need the socks. You need some socks. You need the socks.
And again, I'm just gonna cut out some of what I'm already used here. So then I'll do the major cutting in a bit. Just want to get some of this out of the way so it's easier
Mommy, I found
to cut out.
tape.
What? Oh, go put them in the tape box.
But we can't never use tape.
That works good to me. Again, this is just a great way to use up old book page when you just don't know what you're doing and want to use it up.
Mom, where is the stop? I don't talk.
And I suppose you could even make corner tucks with this idea. I just never bothered to. And this fabric specifically is a little too...
For whipping. Whipping too? Like that. Don't do that like that. Don't do that. Not ever again. And that's what already didn't make. You wanted to.
I mean, it gives it texture, indefinitely.
Mama, whipping his head. There. I'm just not whipping that out because I still need to cover it. Oh, now you can flip here. You can't wait on that thing. Why?
These two are going to be tags, and the other two are going to be
Here.
pockets.
Let's cut it But I gotta start out and work for you, okay? I'm not using my top. How do you get all of them out? No. You got to pick one at a time, maybe. There.
But no, Bella will be starting online school Thursday, which I am very excited about and excited for. I think it's time. Since the teachers at her school refuse to implement the stuff that the doctors have been saying, I figure why not me trying to do it. And after her incident 2 weeks ago, I'm tired of the fighting. If I can just deal with it, why fight with somebody if I don't have to? What? I love you too, Rosie. And again, it isn't like I'm not keeping the scrap pieces, because I am. I'm using them for other projects. It's just when they're that big, it's harder to use. They're not quite big enough for a journal cover, but they're not quite big enough for a, they're too big to make for one thing, they're too small for another thing, and I was just getting sick of seeing them, honestly. When you know that all they are scraps. We're going to make one a tag and one a pocket. Alright, now that we got all the pockets and stuff done, you can start backing these.
Over here. What's this? Get on there! Will you stop? Don't. Anymore. Now I got to really go back.
Again, I'm just trying to use the materials I have in front of me.
Me too, Mom.
And my daughters are crafting right now, and I love it when they craft with me. like they are doing right now. It just makes me so proud of them.
Look at me.
Oh, you're stickering now?
I wish we got